So hey guys, this is Big Dog. Normally you see me making leather, but I'm hungry, so I'm gonna do something a little different. I've been on a low carb diet for a while and I've had some pretty good success with it, but any of you guys that are on a low carb diet, you know that bread is a no-no. You can't have bread. Muffins, bagels, anything like that. It's just a major no-no. So my good friend Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking gave me a recipe for some low carbohydrate biscuits that, not really biscuits, they're almost more like a muffin, but they're still pretty good. And when you've got that urge for wanting some bread, it helps out quite a bit. So it's a real simple recipe. First ingredient is just a cup and a half of regular old almond flour. Second ingredient is just 3 tablespoons of sour cream. 3 tablespoons of melted butter. You want to kind of let that go down. It needs to be melted but not be scalding freaking hot. 2 eggs. We'll put a teaspoon of the baking powder in there. And then another good friend of mine, YouTuber, I like putting some of this stuff in here. This is Mike, LilDoggy's spicy seasoning salt. Go check out Mike. I'll put a link down in the description for both Miss Helga and Mike, LilDoggy, to go check out his seasoning salt. There's a spicy variety, there's an original variety, and there's a lemon lime variety. I've had them all. They're all real good. So this goes together pretty simple. You're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. So pretty straightforward. First you mix your dry ingredients. So really we only have 2 dry ingredients. We've got our almond flour. Go ahead and put that in there. And next we're going to get a, if I can find a doggone spoon. Next we're going to get the baking powder. And guys, I don't measure anything precisely. I'm not a cook. This isn't a cooking channel. I'm just, you know, trying some different stuff and figure I'd film it and take you guys along for the ride. So we'll put a spoon of the baking powder in there. Alright, now the one thing with almond flour, it gets a little clumpy sometimes. I don't know if that's just the nature of it or what, but before I add any liquid to it, I kind of just like to whisk it up. You want to incorporate your baking powder too, and there's usually some little clumpies in there. You just kind of got to break them up with a fork. Nothing real crazy. So there's our dry ingredients. Pretty straightforward. Now, next thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go ahead and mix up all your wet ingredients. So to do that, I get to dirty all the dishes and then the wife gets to wash them. I'm sure she's going to be so thrilled. So we'll go ahead and crack these 2 eggs in here. Bowl is probably way overkill for what I'm doing. But 2 eggs. Get those in there. Then you pick the shell out of it because you're a goof. And we're going to add our butter in there. We're going to add our sour cream in there. Give that a good mix. Kind of want the look of it like that. Make sure that sour cream and those eggs kind of mix up well together. Now, the next part is solely up to you how much seasoning you want to use. I like this seasoning, and I probably tend to be a little heavier with it. You don't have to use this. Garlic powder is a real good substitute If you wanted to use garlic powder, that works well too. So kind of just mix your seasoning up a little bit. The other thing, everything's better with cheese. So the recipe calls for about 1/3 cup of cheese, but I like cheese, so I'm probably going to put more than 1/3 cup in there. I'm probably going to put more like a cup in there. So this is just triple cheddar. Use whatever you like. It doesn't matter. I've done them with mozzarella, straight sharp cheddar, Colby, whatever you like. So my kicker, or the ingredient that I like to add to this is just some turkey pepperoni that I've kind of julienned up a little bit. Put that in there, add some nice, excuse me, I'm fighting off a cold, guys. A little bit of flavor, extra flavor. And you go ahead and just combine your wet with your dry. Handy dandy fork. It doesn't take long. You don't have to, it's not like bread, you don't have to knead it or anything like that. Just kind of make sure it's mixed up good, get around the edges and such. That's kind of what we're looking for. So the next, you go ahead and get you a muffin tin. You can use liners if you like. I just use some canola spray, just regular canola spray. Spray it up. You don't want to have things sticking. It's no fun. And I use I have a big serving spoon and kind of one big heaping spoon per container. They are going to rise a little bit. It's not like bread, guys. It won't come shooting up out of there like a Yorkshire pudding or anything, but kind of just maybe 3/4 of the way to the top. Now you can use these quantities to make a full tin. They'll just be smaller. Y'all have seen me. I'm rather big. I don't like little muffins. So I'll probably get 8 out of this, maybe 9. Yep. I don't leave any left in there. Scrape out the goodness, because looks like that one might be a little light. A little more in there. Kind of just give them a little tap. Nothing crazy. And then pick up your mess as you go along. The other thing, taste your mix. You know, if you want to add some more pepper, salt, garlic, whatever you like. Drop things on the floor because I'm videoing it, of course. And then you want to just go ahead and throw it in the oven at 400 degrees. Takes, 10 to 12 minutes depending on your oven. So I'm going to go ahead and I'll throw this in the oven, and in 10 or 12 minutes, I'll be back to you guys. Okay guys, so now it's time to get them out of the oven. It's been about 13 minutes. Like I say, it depends on your oven, where you're at, how long you cook them for. So let's see what they look like. Oh yeah. See? They come come out fairly good, I think. So usually I've had some pretty good success kind of getting a fork and wiggling them out while they're still a little warm. So a little paper plate action there, and see about turn the oven off. There you go. They're not pretty, but they sure are tasty. So again, you're going to want to go check out Miss Helga from Helga's Pennsylvania Cooking. This is her recipe. And then you also go check out my buddy Mike, LilDoggy. Check out his LilDoggy salt. Adds a nice nice zing to anything you're looking for. And let me know what you guys think. I mean, I realize that my channel name is Big Dog Leather, and yeah, I do a lot of leather stuff, but I do a lot of other stuff too. So, I don't know. If you guys like kind of seeing me doing other things, and let me know. Have a good one.